Very good. Okay, very good.
Good morning and welcome to another episode of Hard Factor presented by the Barstool News Network. It is Thursday, December 10th, 2020, and happy Hanukkah, fellas. First night of Hanukkah is today.
That's right.
So
Crazy night one, right?
right, first of 8.
I think tonight's like
night.
the shitty gift night.
I think they're supposed to get better. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not an expert.
Tonight it's like a CD, something small.
Like a dreidel?
Like a mixtape?
Yeah, like a mixtape.
Dreidel would be sweet. They are. We're talking about something dreidel shaped a little bit later in this episode. But I like the menorah. It seems like a lot easier than the Christmas tree to just set up and everything. So
Yeah, it is.
Well, Bubba, pop in. You're Jewish, so get in here.
yeah, Bubba, you're our expert.
You can
our
speak about
resident expert.
the holiday as a whole on behalf
Are
of
you
your
excited
people.
for Hanukkah?
Hell yeah, I'm excited for Hanukkah. Pat nailed it. It is the shittiest gift night, which is always amazing because you can get a pack of baseball cards, or you can get like a coupon to rub your dad's feet, things like that.
What?
That's the kind of shit that you get on
You
the
got
first
that
night.
for night one?
You
Night
did
one?
not get that in the past.
One night it was it
That's
was
like
one,
the lump of coal equivalent.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It was
Coupon
when I was
says-
much younger. I got the massage coupon from my dad.
It says learn how to
For
be a
you to
man.
give him a massage. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Come
exactly.
on.
No, I wasn't at that point yet. It wasn't 13 yet, so I couldn't learn how to be a man until
Not
I
a
was
man
13.
yet.
Pat.
Okay.
Oh, I
Well,
forgot. Yeah, there's a cultural thing.
May your first night of
Yeah,
Hanukkah
of
be
course.
better than that one was for Bubba.
Do you
Hell
get,
yeah, appreciate it.
Do you get sick of it by the 8th night? Is it like
No, I don't. I don't get sick of it ever. Just because we always have a Hanukkah party, which is always great to do on the 8th night. You know, I see all my
Nice.
cousins, so on the 8th night. Like Pat said, it's progressive. So on the 8th night, I get all the cash from my aunts, or like all the nicer gifts from my aunts and uncles and grandparents, which is great.
That's awesome.
It's the only reason why I'm driving 10 hours to Florida next week, just so I can see the
You can
grandparents.
get a new Xbox.
No.
Yeah.
Well, Mazel Tov on the collection of the
Yeah.
gifts.
Is it a lot of
appreciate
eating?
it.
Is it a lot of feasting? Is it a lot of feasting on the 8th night?
It's not one of our like you're supposed to feast holidays. We have a fasting holiday and a feasting holiday. It's not one of those, but there are great things like potato latkes. You guys ever had potato latkes?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Fucking love potato latkes.
Knishes or the bomb as well.
Oh, those are great. Those come out on Hanukkah, but potato latkes is mostly the dish. And then
Describe
Kugel.
that for,
I don't think
for
anything else.
those who haven't eaten.
What about
it.
It's
Kugel?
basically
Kugel's
just
amazing.
oh yeah, noodle kugel. That was last holiday on. We had noodle kugel on Rosh Hashanah, which is always
That
great.
shit
The
is-
Jewish
Explain
New Year.
the potato dish. That's-
Potato latkes they're just hash browns basically. It's just shaved potato
Yeah.
made into a little
All
like
right.
pancake, like a crab cake.
My
Yeah,
kind
maybe
of
have
holiday.
some gelt for dessert after that.
Oh, of course, have some gelt, and some gelt and some dreidel spinning with the boys.
Nice.
So petition.
Nice. Spinning with the
There you
boys.
go.
Yeah.
Petition to have more Hanukkah films, guys. We need a better catalog of Hanukkah films.
That's
8
true.
crazy nights, and that's it. All right, let's do the news.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, Mark, get us going.
There's no. Well, first of all, everyone download the show. We're going to tell you how you can help us if we have like bonus shows and stuff on Patreon in the future. We got a bunch of sick merch coming out in January 2021, but download our show.
I think you mean
everyone.
subscribe, because technically, if they're
Click
streaming
download.
this,
Right,
then
right.
it has downloaded. But
But
if,
if
they
you're watching
subscribe-
on YouTube, we need you to subscribe and have it auto download to your Apple Podcast or your Google Play or your Spotify or your Stitcher or your iHeartRadio or wherever the fuck Amazon Play. You need to
Subscribe,
play the audio.
Download 5 stars.
Need you clicking those audios. Play the audios. Okay.
Mhm.
Stop me if you guys have heard this one before. Hunter Biden's in trouble.
Stop.
Is he
Come
in a
on,
route?
man. Come on, man, is what Joe Biden's probably saying right now, right?
Yeah, I mean, he
Got a
says a
picture of
lot.
that?
Yeah.
Can we get a come on man for Joe Biden up here? It's kind of like, no, that there we go.
There he
we'll,
is.
we'll try to get a come on man shirt, West, for January 2020.
Oh yeah, I'll get it
I
done.
would rock a come on man. Come on, man. All right, according to Hunter Biden himself, his taxes are under review by federal prosecutors in Delaware. So that can't be good, right? They don't just do that, to everyone. Hunter Biden is said to be taking the case very seriously and is confident an objective review would show he had handled his affairs legally and appropriate. And an objective review being like, hey, my dad's the president-elect. How about you treat me like Burisma in China, right? Come on, man. Come on. I think that's what he means by. I think that's what he means by objective review. Come on, man. This is interesting though because Biden is currently picking his cabinet as we have gone over like his selections. He's still got a few left though, right?
Unfortunately, I heard Lloyd Austin's gonna have a hard time getting. I want that guy. He looks perfect for the job of Secretary of Defense, but apparently might have a hill to climb.
I thought the enormous man.
Yeah,
he's not in yet.
Yeah, no, he's got to face confirmation. He might not pass.
Oh, well, I mean, who the fuck would ask him any questions, hard questions? That's a mistake. Just let him in. But he hasn't selected his attorney general yet, aka the man or woman who is going to have to decide what to do with Biden's knucklehead, crack loving, money loving, woman loving, brother hating 50-year-old son. He's going to
hate his brother. It was out of love that he
posthumously cucked him. Right.
Well, interesting because if you listen to the radio show yesterday, it seemed like everyone that called in said that they fucked all of their nemesis's moms. So I don't know.
Well, that's totally different.
Can Biden just pardon him once he gets into office?
I don't know, but
I think so.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can pardon. You can pardon whoever you want. You got a pardon party, bro.
He's gonna pardon.
People might not like it.
He can pardon his own.
He
son.
can absolutely pardon Hunter of anything once he's in
bro.
office,
You can pardon. You
He
can pardon.
just like Trump's considering pardons apparently on his way out too, like every president.
Hunter's probably going harder now that he knows that.
That's a come on, man. Yeah, they're not going to get him before Joe's in. It doesn't look like with much, maybe this tax stuff. But I think that Attorney General also they're going to be asking him. Joe's going to ask him one question. He's like, "What do you think about my son Hunter?" Come on, man. Okay, you're in. Outside of a Democratic sweep in the 2 Georgia Senate seats, though, in January, which, as we have discussed on this pod, is very unlikely, and you can go to www.predicted.org/promo/hardfactor20, create an account. It's totally legal in all 50 states, and if you do that, you'll get a free $20 if you deposit at least 20 in that promo URL. You can bet on those Georgia Senate seats, and outside of a Democratic sweep, which that is about at a 13% chance if I'm doing the math right based on the predicted odds right now, which is not likely, right? 13% is pretty low. The Senate will be a Republican majority, and you can bet the House they will be forming committee after special counsel on investigating Mr. Hunter Biden. Pretty much
we're just trading in Russia for China. It's just going to be a complete flip-flop, Trump and Biden,
China
Russia,
and
China, total flip-flop completely. And
done.
let me hazard a guess.
No.
I'm not a detective, but something tells me Hunter's taxes aren't completely in order. I would
Probably
just,
not.
off the top of my head, I'm going to think maybe something to be found. Who knows? And maybe that'll cause a 4-year investigation. We'll be so lucky.
Like Wes said, nothing else besides investigating Hunter is going to get done in the next 2 years. And we'll be talking about it a lot. Hunter, that is, and stuff like that. On this show, the Biden-Harris transition team said the president-elect was deeply proud of his son, and I'm assuming they meant Beau. But yeah, taxes today, alimony tomorrow, millions in salary, where'd it come from, or payments in the future. All roads lead to Hunter being in the news. He's the new heel between Hunter and Major. Joe's really got to watch where he steps.
Oh, he still has a broken foot.
But seriously, if Hunter Biden and Donald Trump don't get dinged for their taxes and Amazon isn't paying taxes, and look, don't at me. They pay their taxes. Shut up. It's a comedy show. Deal with the entire blanket statement I just made. Can we get rid of the fucking IRS already? Is my point. If Hunter Biden and Donald Trump and Amazon and all these people are bebopping and scotting with their taxes.
Well, how would that support the government's paycheck, Mark?
It's very libertarian of you.
Yeah.
Well, that's one stance I take. I definitely agree with the libertarians on that one. Anyways, if I was Hunter, I'd be laying low and sitting at home cooling my jets and streaming a bunch of killer content. And good news for him and all of you is soon you can stream everything you want to watch when you're not watching sports. Introducing Discovery Plus a new streaming service bringing you the greatest collection of real-life entertainment plus exclusive originals you won't find anywhere else.
Nice.
Watch your favorites from brands like HGTV, Food Network, TLC, ID, Animal Planet, Discovery Channel, and more, including shows like Shark Week, The 98 Day Fiancé Universe, awesome shows, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, Hometown, and Naked and Afraid. Plus, get the BBC Natural History Collection, including Life, Planet Earth, and brand new specials to come. You're going to want to get high.
It's a good lineup.
Watch,
yeah.
And watch Life and Planet Earth. From food to nature, true crime to flipping houses, puppies to classic cars, whatever you're into, you'll find it here at Discovery Plus. Start streaming January 4th, U.S. only.
Nice. I'm with you on the IRS. I got one of those thick letters the other day. I'm one letter away from getting my pilot's license, I'll tell you.
Oh, I get that joke.
You know what I get it?
Yeah.
I hope you can join up with Hunter on the Lam. That would be incredible.
Yeah. It's,
Wes is talking about flying his plane into the IRS building.
That's right. That's the joke.
That's the joke.
You're saying you're just going to bomb him, dive bomb.
Yeah, I thought
Like
you
that guy
meant.
did.
Let's move on. I thought you meant fly away.
Yeah. No. He meant to buy a plane.
You meant like that guy in
Austin.
Austin, Texas,
Yes.
did, like 7 years
was-
ago. Right.
That was the
got you.
joke. Yeah.
I get it.
All right, guys, moving on. Boys, it looks like my bank account isn't the only place old Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton likes to make a splash in. This son of a bitch has his sticky fingers working overtime and his lazy eye on the prize as he has interjected.
Oh, wow.
Look at that guy.
Oh, Jesus. That's bad.
I feel like it's going to just fall out of his head one point at like Louis Gohmert's tooth. You guys see his tooth fall out of his mouth the other day?
No.
Paxton and Gohmer are peas in a pods. I feel like Paxton's eyes headed for the same direction.
It looks like his eyes are multitasking.
Yes,
Yeah.
they are.
That's like the classic scene where you see a giant mole in the movies and you're like, mole, mole. You're like, yeah.
Yeah, it's like it gets looser with every crime he commits and then gets let off on, like by a judge who's a friend of his. It just
His
got,
body's
a little more.
his body's giving it away. He's got to tell.
He's got one eye on an aid and one on my bank account. So yeah, what president?
Wes is singing the IRS and child support. He's nailing them all.
Wes hates paying people.
Yeah, just leave Wes alone.
That's right. So yesterday, what this motherfucker did is he asked the Supreme Court for permission to sue Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, all of which Biden won over their voting processes. Basically, he wants the Supreme Court to throw out all the votes and declare Trump the winner. And he has the backing of 17 states and their Republican attorney generals. I'm not going to name them all, but guess what? There are states where Trump won, so it doesn't really mean anything.
So he has no backing in the states he's suing in, but he says that they need to just go ahead and admit that they did it wrong and flip their result.
Exactly. So, but he does have the backing of President Trump. Trump thinks this is the big one. Tweeting yesterday, we will be intervening in Texas, plus many other states' case. This is the big one. Our country needs a victory. So that's
He's like, who's the guy
big
behind
one,
this?
the
Oh my
big
God, what's wrong with his eye?
yeah.
What are you looking at? Eyes up here.
Concentrate, Ken.
Look at me in my strong eye.
Yeah.
Is it
Concentrate.
something behind me?
What's this guy looking at?
Yeah. That motherfucker. So it means absolutely nothing and changes, nothing in those 17 states. They just want everyone to, know they still support Trump, I guess. Other states like Maryland and its attorney general are laughing in the face of Paxton and his followers. Maryland AG Brian Frosch said this after someone on Twitter urged them to join Paxton's quest for a pardon. To overturn the election. More on the pardon in a minute. Frosch said, quote, "This suit is a cesspool of disproved charges, wild speculation, insupportable arguments, and silly gibberish."
Paxton special.
Yeah, it's Paxton special. Been there, brother. So, so Paxton is seeking to block the state's certifications of Biden's win, which I believe comes December 14th is when
That's the electoral college.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Claiming the block is justified because of the supposedly improper changes to voting procedures in those states, alleged different treatment of voters in Democratic-heavy areas, and irregularities. Michigan AG Dana Nessel is calling calling all of this a publicity stunt and not a serious legal pleading. She basically said that for the love of God, Ken, we have dealt with this. It's over. Also added, Mr. Paxton's actions are beneath the dignity of the office of Attorney General and the people of the great state of Texas. And I fully agree with Dana on that one.
Well, it's
but
Ken Paxton. He's
It's-
been below the office of AG of Texas since he took it over. He's been
That's not true at all.
He's
'cause,
been constantly under investigation the entire time he's
Yes.
ever been the AG.
yeah,
but I think the current governor, who was the former AG, said something like every other day he would sue Obama. So it's pretty common for the Texas AG to sue the government.
Well,
It's
it is
not
very
that-
common,
This
but it's not common for the
seems-
Texas AG to be under investigation himself
other
the entire
states,
time.
Right.
This
He's-
seems like a last-ditch effort to like, hey, look at me, Donald. I'm still on your team. Look at me. Look, I'm the last one on the ship type thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. It's that's what many are saying, Mark, is this just a publicity stunt to schmooze the president?
Yep.
Because while Ken Paxton is running around looking here and there, making people uncomfortable, he's filing stupid lawsuits.
He could use a pardon, couldn't he?
Yeah, he could use a pardon. He's also being investigated by the FBI, and many are saying, well, it's just a pardon. So, yeah,
A lot of pardons getting tossed out.
yeah, it's nothing new for Ken Paxton.
Paxton, Hunter Biden, a lot of theoretical pardons being tossed out.
Right. Nothing new for Ken Paxton, or Lazy Eye Ken, as they call him in his crime circle. In 2015, a Texas grand jury indicted the AG on charges of felony securities fraud. In fact, the whole Paxton household is a bunch of crooks, allegedly. Apparently, Paxton's wife is a Republican state senator. She also filed legislation that would allow her husband to be exempt from some of these security regulations that he violated.
Let an American politician collect his money. In
He's
peace.
got staff members on like, you know, telling people to investigate him. He's fucking another GOP senator's aide behind
He's
his
like,
wife's
look at me.
back.
Do I look crooked?
Yeah,
Is the
exactly.
aid fucking confirmed?
Yeah, that's
Stone.
he
By
admitted
the
to
way,
it.
Send in
admitted
the
to-
car on that.
yeah, he's an asshole.
Yeah. So yeah, it's about as slimy as it gets. And so the final thing is that the Supreme Court today is when the states have 3 p.m. is when they have to basically say this guy's full of shit, or, you know, to give a statement to the Supreme Court. But this is probably the last thing. This is probably the last ditch effort that we're going to see from the Trump campaign regarding all this shit. So it could all be over today at 3 p.m. Depending on what the Supreme Court decides. Let's kick it over to Radix Remedies is a national CBD provider launched by a group of friends who saw firsthand the benefits of CBD oil. The founders set out to provide pharmaceutical quality hemp-based CBD oil legally purchasable in all 50 states. The hemp-based CBD is THC free, so no psychoactive high, just pure CBD relief. Radix has a wide variety of infused products, including tinctures, topicals, and more, like their top-selling Sleepy Bears, helping you achieve deep sleep and recharge. My lady loves them. When taken daily, NeuroRoot Focus Plus promotes brain function, memory development, and a positive mood. For
It
long
makes
lasting.
you radical.
That's right. Yeah.
Radical.
I've been taking the Neuro route, and I feel pretty goddamn smart.
Nice. For long-lasting energy, increase your focus, motivation, and concentration at work, university, or any other athletic activity, coding, design, creativity, night shifts, study sessions, entrepreneur, stage performance. A lot of people have been using Radix. It's a real-life limitless pill. Over the next 2 months, we will have our month-long Friday sales throughout November and during December. We're doing 12 days of Christmas giveaways. Every purchase in November enters the customer for a chance to win CBD for a year. So head on over to Radix, RADIX, remedies.com/barstool and use code Barstool to unlock some special deals lined up just for you. And now receive 10% off with code Barstool. Pre-order NeuroRoot Plus now. All orders will be entered to win free CBD for a year. Be sure to catch their Black Friday lightning sales. Best prices of the year. 12 days of Christmas giveaways throughout December. Follow on social media to join.
I'm chewing through medium level Sudokus on this Neuro route. Like, they don't even have a chance.
It
These,
does, doesn't it? Make it just
yeah.
it radicalizes you.
Oh, I'm
You
I'm
become
focused.
immediately radicalized. when
The
you take-
tasks are getting destroyed. Yeah.
Gotta be careful, guys. All right, well, let's kick it over to a lightning round. Got some news in the world of entomology. We know two things about murder hornets, guys. The first, they are ruthless, venom-filled, flying Asian killing machines that live to fuck up bees. And the second, they don't get down with butt stuff. Yeah, you heard me. The latter fact was recently learned after University of Gulf scientists observed that in an effort to ward off murder hornets, honeybees smear shit all over their doors as a deterrent. It's like a shitty Passover.
Wow.
And it seems to make honeybees about as attractive as Gun Girl at a party. So people just passing it right over, smells like shit. There you are.
So all they have to, it's like the Predator when Arnold covers himself in mud, except you cover yourself in
Except
feces.
it's shit. It's
Yeah.
buffalo
homeless
shit, dog
Almost
shit.
people do on their tents in Austin.
Don't come in here.
I'm a honeybee. I'm a hornet.
Don't touch my stuff.
Don't come near my tent. It's covered in shit. Moving it on to the next round of the lightning round. Business news. Facebook is being sued by the Federal Trade Commission for allegedly breaking antitrust laws by acquiring Instagram and WhatsApp. Facebook says, well, why'd you approve them in the first place, FTC? Pretty fair question. Also, SpaceX exploded a rocket testing their new Starship SN8 on Thursday. But Elon claims that this is just part of the process and that really the best part of the whole thing is that it gave us this amazing GIF where the rocket's just exploding when it didn't hit the landing pad exactly on point. So
Elon said, that's cool. I got another one.
Pretty much.
Don't even worry about it. All right, guys. The most anticipated game of the year, Cyberpunk 2077. Yeah, hear it, right? Anyone?
Yeah.
It's slated
like
for
Witcher with guns in the future.
Hell yeah. It's slated for release today, guys, after months of delays. But due to an oversight from the developers, the game's future and the future of those who choose to play it might be as dark as life in Night City. That's the city in the game. That's because a feature in that game, which allows players to view memories, right? It's a situation where, the character can look back, features a rapid onslaught of white and red blinking lights that just so happen to be the same pattern of lights that neurologists use to trigger epileptic episodes.
Whoops.
So seizures.
Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not even like you might get a seizure. You're gonna get a seizure if you're epileptic.
It's a guarantee, guys. That's the Cyberpunk
good.
guarantee. Game Informer and epileptic reviewer wrote this of the game.
1 star.
Well, quote, during my
He gave it a 1 star.
you'd think that during my time with Cyberpunk 2077, I suffered one major seizure and felt several moments where I was close to another one, but I kept going because I made that decision too. So essentially, it's good enough that it's worth risking death for. And I challenge you to find a better review in the history of video games because you can't.
That is pretty
can't
good.
do it.
Yeah, he got a grand mal seizure and he still gave it like a great review. Wow.
It was a she, you sexist
What a
bastard.
fucking
Oh,
game.
she,
Yeah,
sorry.
I've never been more excited about buying a game now.
Mhm.
It did get incredible reviews if you're not an epileptic.
Yeah.
All right,
so-
we're all going to be.
Yeah.
It's like that thing where when people start ODing because there's fentanyl in the heroin, like
But
heroin
you still-
sales shoot through the roof.
Yeah, it's even better. Yeah.
Wow. More space news in the lightning round. New leaked photos from inside the cockpit of an F-18 fighter jet have been released, showing a floating inverted bell-shaped aircraft hovering in the sky in 2018. Are those the Galactic Federation ships? Pretty sure that those must be, right?
It looks like it.
Yeah,
It doesn't
if
look
you believe
human.
the Israeli guy.
That's not a human spacecraft.
Right. It's an inverted bell, which is like what all the UFO shows say that they have. And that's like the clearest picture I've ever fucking seen of one. You could see like the sun shining off of it. It's pretty incredible. That looks like the Galactic Federation to me. So,
It looks like the shield from Zelda floating in the.
It looks like the guy had
Mhm.
something on his windshield.
No,
no,
like a bug.
Mhm.
That's
It's
not a bug.
A little bit.
No.
That could be a bug.
That's off in the distance. Look at the two youtube.com/hardfactor.
That could be snot.
No.
Okay.
That's off in the distance beyond the cockpit, well beyond. You can see the sun shining off it. It's got that's floating.
Yeah, it looks
be-
like he was
Could be a cloud.
he was flying behind a
That's the Galactic
semi-truck.
Federation, boys. Hate to break it to you.
Okay.
All right,
If you will.
guys. The seaside city of Venice, Italy, is underwater this week after its $8 billion massive flood defense system shat the bed. I'm talking about the MOSE system, guys, which
Oh,
was
no.
finally completed in October after just 17 years of construction and just in time to completely fail its first test, leaving Venice under 4.5 feet of water.
Oh no!
We covered this.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
So it broke. It worked the first week,
Yeah, we said it was done. The flooding's done. We covered
Oh,
this.
no.
Oh,
It
it's
sucks.
not done, guys. It's not done. Mose is both an acronym and an ode to Moses, the Jewish prophet who famously parted the Red Sea. But much like being satisfied with just the Old Testament, what worked for the Jews didn't work for the Catholics.
The blessing didn't work.
Well, it's Hanukkah, so
On the first day of Hanukkah as well. Not good. Sorry to hear that, Venice. It's tough to see when it works the first
They
time.
love water. It's a
Yeah.
waterway city.
Can you imagine
get
how it
enough of it.
smells?
those idiots built their city in water. Will it's their fault? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, poor Venice. Finally, I'm pretty sure it's because the Galactic Federation demands it, but it's the USA is going back to the moon to make Project Artemis. We've already talked about that. They're trying to build a base on the moon. And NASA, guys, it's shocking. They're actually considering letting women walk on the moon this next time that we're up there. Hard to believe, I know, but half of the 18 astronauts who've been selected to work on Project Artemis by NASA this week are indeed women. Fantastic news for the ladies. That's going to do it for Hard Factor.
Like a
today.
breast lift you don't have to pay for, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
Think about that. Think about how perky they'll be up there.
Yeah. YouTube.com/Hard Factor News. If you want to see the prototypical female astronaut,
That's exactly what I thought she'd
They're
look
making
like.
them wear that. Yeah.
that's what it's going to look like. And that's going to do it for Hard Factor today. Thank you, everybody, for listening. As always, like we were saying at the top of the show, just keep listening. Keep sharing us with your friends, your family, whoever you think could use an explicit daily news podcast.
Break that stat down.
We were looking this up today, all right, in the podcast rankings, and it looks like, well, we're obviously in the top 25 of daily podcasts in general, but I think we're really the number one explicit daily news podcast in the world, probably. The only people who on the charts who are ahead of us, I don't think they're as explicit as we are.
They should have a S in front of the E for like semi-explicit.
Exactly.
We're definitely the most explicit in the top 25 daily news shows.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
Nevada's a hard A. We're a hard E on explicit. E. Very explicit at Hard Factor. So that's a good way to describe us.
I got my cat's asshole on camera here. You know what I mean? Like, look at this. There it is. That's about as explicit as it gets, boys.
Wow.
That's very explicit. Extremely explicit.
YouTube's not gonna
YouTube.com/Hard
like that.
Factor News
Yeah.
to see how explicit that is. And that's going to do it. And thank you for listening. Like we said, we can't do this without the Hardo Hive. Your support has been incredible. As we transition, it's going to be more important than ever going to a new platform. So we love you all and have a great fucking day.